Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
So, did you see the Deadpool trailer?
I haven't, only because I'm not really a huge Deadpool fan,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
I heard Cable was in it, and that
Yes.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good. They made it like joking and serious and joking, which is pretty cool. But we talked about this before. May is too overcrowded.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Infinity War, Deadpool, Solo, and Incredibles, I think, right? Or Incredibles is right after that. I don't know. It's just way too crowded. But I know you got some stuff to tell us, so what's going on?
Yeah, so apparently we might be getting that Venom trailer tomorrow or sometime soon, because they released a poster, or kind of like a poster today of Venom's like eyes and whatnot. So I guess we might be seeing something for that
So
tomorrow.
this is a teaser.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
assume so, yeah.
okay. I guess that's the form now. They do teasers and trailers, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty fast.
it is.
Um,
But the movie is only 8 months away. So, I mean,
yeah. I mean, they just finished filming, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, um, but did that happen way too quick, that filming, or is it just normal? Because it
No,
seemed to
I
me,
don't think it did, because I think they had this in the pipeline for a good while. So, like,
okay,
the pre-production probably took place a while ago, or
okay,
they probably finished that a while ago, and then they went right into production, or
right.
finished the pre-production and quickly they went right into production. I don't know. I'm very interested to see what they do with this, because this is really like their second and potentially last shot at getting like a live action Venom to work.
Right.
Um, I don't know. This could, if this does really well, it's going to be really interesting to see how Sony reacts in the future when it comes to the Spider-Man deal and with other characters that Marvel might want to use.
Yeah. Hmm. So that now, what time is this going to happen? This trailer?
I really don't know, to be honest with you.
Did they announce any specific place it's going to happen?
No, it's
No.
probably just going to drop everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because again, I'm like you. We are very curious about what this is going to look like.
Hmm.
So, um, I did get the Amazing Spider-Man comic today, where Loki is Sorcerer Supreme, and while that's weird in itself, it was actually good. It was an actually good comic.
That's good.
They joked around a lot about bad guys. Basically, it's like he asked him, he's like, "Oh, you're a good guy now?" He's like, "No, I'm
Yeah.
not a good guy. I'm Sorcerer Supreme, but I'm not a good guy. But I can still save the world if I want. I mean, other people do it. Like, Doctor Doom. Like people, I saved the world 17 times already. But no, I'm not a good guy. Just, whatever." I thought that was hysterical. Great book. And Mockingbird and Spider-Man, of course, broke up. Mockingbird and Peter Parker, because they realized when it came to like no masks and regular day life, they have nothing to talk about. They're not compatible. It's like, so that's over, which paves the way for something else. Um, and also, Loki had looked into the crystal ball and saw that Norman Osborn is going to bond with Carnage, to which at the end of the comic he did. But it looked like Carnage was taking control of Norman Osborn. So that is going to be something to see in the comics. So spoilers for Amazing Spider-Man. All right. So what else we have?
So I don't know if you wanted to talk about this Cloverfield deal.
Yes.
That we got some more details about.
Go ahead.
Which I think this is a very strange deal. I haven't heard of anything like this, so I apologize if this is actually more common than I'm thinking.
Right.
And right now, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm still waiting to hear.
Yeah, you told me this earlier
more
today, but we're going to say for the audience here what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, so from what I've read, apparently Netflix purchased the Cloverfield Paradox for about like $50 million or something like that,
Okay.
which I am assuming on Bad Robot's end makes the movie automatically profitable.
Right. I mean, I don't think they spend a lot of money too much.
These movies usually don't take a lot of money to make, these Cloverfield films, which is which is interesting, and it's probably good in a way. From the surprising thing I've heard is that they are definitely not getting the fourth Cloverfield movie, Netflix. That movie is apparently locked to come out in theaters.
See, now that's confusing.
It is very confusing.
Because they've never had a thing where they had a Netflix original, but then the next movie they're not going to get.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're going to get some Cloverfield movies?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what that means. I don't know if this means that if Cloverfield 4, aka potentially called Overlord, if it's good and it does well in the theater, or theaters, I should say, then they might be like, the fifth one's coming out in theaters. Or they could say, yeah, we're going back to Netflix. I really don't know.
Right. And you can't call it like Cloverfield War, right? Or like Cloverfield Ridge. I mean, I don't know. Everything's had Cloverfield in the title lately.
I think it's going to be called Cloverfield something.
Right.
Because this, when I really think about it, this has always happened with Cloverfield movies. In fact, for a very long time, the word Cloverfield was not going to be the title of the first movie. Right, they were saying that, it's called Cloverfield right now, but it's going to be called something else, and then Cloverfield. And then, of course, there was The Cellar, which was called Valencia. Then it was like 10 Cloverfield Lane. Then there was God Particle, and then all of a sudden the Cloverfield Paradox. Right. Now we're basically at the same thing where they're saying it's called Overlord, and then whenever the trailer drops, it'll be something Cloverfield.
So now I want you to try to clarify and explain something to me and the audience. Technically, this last movie means absolutely nothing, right? Because supposedly the next movie is not going to be connected to this one?
I've heard that like once. I don't believe that personally. I think that the Cloverfield Paradox has become the connector for all of these movies.
Oh, it is?
I believe so. However, if they come out and they say, yeah, Overlord has nothing to do with this, I will be completely confused.
Yes.
Personally. Because why would you go through the trouble of saying this is potentially the fourth Cloverfield movie and then having the Cloverfield Paradox where they planted the Easter eggs of this, happening, and then be like, yeah, we're not connecting it.
Right.
Like, what would be the point of that? You know what I'm saying?
So, technically, Bad Robot profited from Cloverfield.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Paradox. Netflix, if you think about it, right? How do they profit? If a lot of people click it, then, or a lot of people get, how is that going to work?
Well, really, I don't know too much about their business model when it comes to something like that, but as long as they're getting subscribers.
So in other words, if people watch it, they'll have it by clicks?
I'm assuming what will happen is and this is just what I'm thinking. I don't know how Netflix will look at this, but I'm assuming that if a lot of their subscribers and or people who, even if they just sign up for a free month just to see this movie, I'm assuming that they'll look at the viewership for the Cloverfield Paradox, and if it's really good, then they'll probably make a push to get more titles like the Cloverfield Paradox, if not more Cloverfield movies, onto Netflix, because that's obviously something that the viewers want to watch.
Obviously,
if it doesn't, then they won't do it. They'll be like, well, we're not doing that.
Obviously, just about the majority of every damn critic out there watched Cloverfield because they reviewed it, right?
Yes.
That's a lot of people in itself. And then
unfortunately, not to cut you off, but unfortunately, really, it depends on whether you like the movie or not, but a lot of the critics, a lot of the channels that I've seen that I normally watch for movie reviews it's kind of shocking, have all said the exact same thing.
They don't like it.
That they don't like it. They understand it, and they prove this by explaining what the parallel universes and whatnot. Right. But I'm very surprised that a lot, not all of them, but some of them are sharing the same opinion that I have, which I'm kind of surprised. Where it's like, why would you go through this really complicated backstory just to explain the first movie, and then you don't even really explain the first movie?
right.
that well in this, and a lot of them are saying, and where I'm coming from too, if this movie wasn't connected to Cloverfield, it probably would have been really, really good.
Right.
Or at least received better.
Because then you'd be like, well, what is 2 going to be?
Yeah.
Of the God particle.
Because
yeah.
any time that the movie wasn't connected to Cloverfield, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Right.
I want to see another one just without the Cloverfield stuff.
Right. So we don't know how many clicks or how many people have to watch it in order for it to be a Netflix success.
Yeah, I don't even know how. I don't know if they're even going to release that to the public unless it's
I
really
think they're
good.
definitely gonna.
They should if it's good.
I think even if people hated it, there's so many people that reviewed it, they watched it. So technically, it's a click. So
absolutely.
It could probably made more than their $50 million. I mean, we'll find out. We'll report about it. So now, this sequel to Cloverfield is coming out this year also.
Apparently, it's coming out at the end of the year.
So, in a way, Bad Robot just gave everybody a freebie with Netflix to watch it to promote the next movie, possibly.
I guess so.
Which people were like, what the hell? And then they'll go to the theater now to see if this is connected.
And honestly, I think it is. I think we're going to find out that it's connected when the first trailer drops, and it's like something Cloverfield. Like, it's
going to be something related to the war, right? I mean,
because apparently this takes place either the night or the week before D-Day, hence the Overlord title right now. That's the title right now. So I'm assuming it's going to be something like the Cloverfield conflict, or I don't know, something weird. Because apparently it takes place. Like these American soldiers right before D-Day get dropped into a village that is controlled by the Nazis, and apparently something supernatural is taking over the village as well.
Are they going to call it the Cloverfield virus?
It could be. From what I'm hearing, though, it's not a virus. It's something supernatural. So I'm assuming that when the guy said demons in the Cloverfield paradox, I really think that's what they're going for.
Maybe, or the Cloverfield
haunting. The Cloverfield possession, maybe. Yeah, that's possible.
You know, this is a one subject that nobody knows what else.
It could be called the Cloverfield, maybe like the Operation Cloverfield or the Cloverfield Operation, something like that. The Cloverfield Mission.
And we don't know. For all we know, 5 and 6 could be done.
I don't even know if there is a 5 or 6. I'm assuming there's going to be, but.
Well, let me now. Why is he? Because Cloverfield to Cloverfield 10 Cloverfield Lane is a huge. How many years is that?
I think it's 8 years.
So
that came out in 2016, right?
Right. So now, no, 17, right?
Well, 8 or 9 years then, yeah.
So now you're popping them out like crazy. So. What is his end game? Like J.J. Abrams, is he he wants to have a whole bunch of Cloverfield, like 10 or 20 out there?
To be honest with you, I don't know, because like I was saying in the review, this is not what he set out to do when he made Cloverfield, because I know what the plans for the sequel to Cloverfield were going to be,
right?
And they were nowhere near this.
Do you think he just wants people talking about it, totally confused?
I think he's trying to make some sort of science fiction, almost like a genre within itself, like a really complicated, really deep science kind of thing.
He's trying to do his own Twilight Zone, but he lost the Twilight Zone, so now he's doing this.
I'm assuming that's maybe where he's getting the inspiration. I mean, this is just all so strange to me, because his initial concept was, I want to make a monster that will be iconic in America. And what keeps happening, at least in my opinion, even in the first Cloverfield, is the monster is really irrelevant to everything else that's going on.
But it appearing at the end of the movie, I thought was freaking cool.
I thought it was cool, but I was like, Just like why?
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he ate her, right? Or we don't know.
Apparently he didn't. And you want to know? There's something really confusing that somebody pointed out, that like they're almost trying to like wink, wink, nudge, nudge at us. That capsule that fell, like with them in it, I guess they're trying to say that that's what we see at the end of the first Cloverfield, which doesn't make any sense at all, seeing that it's not the same universe.
And different time period.
Yeah, so like I don't even know like what.
Wait, so could it be possible that they're saying she's landing now, but they're in the past?
I guess, but like this is a totally different universe though.
Then,
so it's like
I don't know. You know what? He got the stir. He got everybody talking about it. That's the main thing, I guess.
He did.
That's the main thing. Whether it be positive or not, people are going to want to see the next one. And he accomplished something. I don't know
what it was. Like, you know what it was too about the monster showing up at the end of the movie? Like, everyone's been talking about how like colossal this monster would have to be in order for it to be that big. I think the reason that I'm not like, oh my gosh about it is like I already knew that. Like a lot of people already knew that. Like in the marketing, they were always like, Clover's a baby. So if the baby's 300 feet tall,
this thing
the full-grown one has to be like huge. So it was like,
but
okay.
I really liked the ending because I'm like, they screwed up because regardless of them having unlimited energy, right? And they saved the Earth from starvation. They caused a rift where things are coming out, and the whole Earth may be destroyed anyway through the monster or monsters. So I liked it. It was one of those endings. It was reminding me of something else that's like, wow, like it ended sour, you know?
Well, you know, honestly, this is did you ever see the movie Life?
Yes.
This is exactly how Life ended.
Yes. They got reversed, and she got thrown into space, and the creature with him wound up on Earth. Right.
Yep.
And I did like that ending, though.
That was cool. I liked that movie.
That I did like.
So you know what they could do if they're going to? I know this is kind of reversed, but what I said the first time. But like, if they are going to make a sequel that shows what happens to this Earth in the Cloverfield paradox, they could do something pretty creative. Like now that they have this like unlimited energy source, they could potentially start to develop weapons to fight these monsters out of that.
Right.
That could be interesting. I mean,
you just gave them an idea for Cloverfield going.
I hope, you know. And we also too, we don't know how these things, like how these monsters work, because when her husband was like, you're having them come back to these things, he might have been talking about the Cloverfield monster and the parasites that come off of it.
We don't know what I was talking about.
So we don't know. There might only be one that's that big. I mean, who knows? But I don't even know.
I don't even know either what the hell is happening. There you go. You want to keep it at Cloverfield? Doing something else?
It's up to you.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Take care. Bye for now.